Yeah, this is very, I mean, it's cool in that, like, go USA.
Okay. Yeah.
In fact, Pete Hegseth, I believe, has visited with President Marcos in the Philippines. Great visit, because it seems like the U.S. is going to continue their support of our support of the Philippines. Very important, because this missile system, which doesn't have any missiles yet, it's just the system, is a bit of a leverage chip for the Philippines, because if China plays ball, they can remove it. If they don't, well, let's look at the map of where this would cover.
I'm excited to find out like all the follow-ups on Signal.
Stop it.
What?
Let's look at this.
Okay, sure.
Stop. Get out of here.
I have, like, I'll be checking my group chats.
Get out of here, libtard.
Shut up, I'm being serious.
Philippines, here. See this?
Sure.
See that circle around the Philippines? Do you see that giant radius?
I do.
See where that goes?
Yes, into China.
Quite literally all of China's
I'm pretty
main
sure
military
this is kind of
targets.
like the Cuban Missile Crisis, but like the
Yes.
opposite. I can
This
see why
is-
China wouldn't like this.
This is great, and I'll tell you why. This
Yeah.
is great deterrence, and deterrence is very key. Deterrence is what keeps the world safe, right?
Yeah.
So I was actually a little bit worried that this would be used as a bargaining chip in some way. The fact that Hegseth actually went to go visit the Philippines and continue support, I was actually over the moon. Over the to see that,
Yeah.
because if we continue to keep the Philippines safe, we keep Japan safe, we keep Taiwan safe, we keep the whole
I agree.
area safe.
I
We
think
need
this
to
is good.
deter China, who is patrolling and building artificial military islands all around the South China Sea.
Yeah, look,
This is good.
All jokes aside, this is very important because China is building up that massive military presence in order to attack Taiwan. Something like this would make them think twice before, calling the invasion. Yeah,
Yeah. So this is fantastic
agreed.
from that perspective of maybe stopping war.
Yeah,
This is just sad. This is just sad. China lost to Japan again, I believe 6-0. They, despite billions of dollars, despite all the FIFA trying to get better FIFA,
yeah.
despite
They
having
hire like the best coaches.
the best coaches, the best players, they have one of the worst teams in the entire world at soccer.
Yeah.
Truly one of the worst teams in the world.
I remember when they lost against like a high school football team.
Yeah. I am starting to think that this is one of the greatest analogies of all time for the reality of the Chinese government. I'll tell you why. I'm actually thinking about doing a piece on this.
You should.
And I don't want to spoil it, but I do have a theory, and I think I can prove it. That soccer, the sport of soccer, proves that in reality, China sucks.
Okay.
I'm not talking about like
Not the
Chinese
people.
or the culture.
No,
or something.
no.
I'm talking about China as
The Chinese
as a
government,
power.
yes,
as a government power.
Yes.
sucks because it's the first time and really the only time that it actually can't prove through its own bullshit figures that it is good or bad. In China, if they release statistics on crime or economics, GDP, population, everything, demographics, right?
Yes.
Employment, unemployment, social welfare benefits, they literally, when you have a government that's 8 out of 100 on the Freedom House ranking, can make anything it wants to, puts it out there, actually deletes all opposition so that everyone only sees its own image of itself, which is an authoritarian government,
Sure.
right? When you have a soccer game, you can throw all your corrupt money. You can have every political leader make a visit. You can do everything possible to try to cook those books, to try to massage the numbers, to try to make it the world's elite soccer team. But the proof is in the pudding.
Sure.
You suck.
Yeah.
And you keep losing over and over again. It's devastating to Chinese fans because they're supposed to be the most powerful country in the world that is the best at everything, when the reality is you lose 6-0.
Every
and I
time.
think that's an analogy for so much in China.
Yeah,
Isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. And I don't think they've ever won.
No.
It's unfortunate, and
Yeah.
it's a strange thing because when you get the individual sports in the Olympics like diving and whatnot, they excel, do very well.
What
But
does that tell you?
China's never good at playing in a team. It's not good at teamwork.
Because they're trying to put their finger, they're trying to control something.
Yes.
Anything the Chinese government controls kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Despite what people say.
Yeah.
I read this economist the other day, says everything China touches always works out. The Chinese,
Wait, what?
the Chinese government, right?
Oh, really?
Whenever they get involved, it works out. It's like bro, you're high. Look at the buildings. Look at the infrastructure projects.
Yeah.
Look at the economy. Look at the
Correct.
unemployment. It sucks.
It does.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway.
You serious?
I remember you lift my spirit.
Dude, does that look comfortable to you?
In fact, this is the most dystopian nightmare of non-reality that you can't do.
Yeah.
I think it's mushrooms mixed
Which
with
doesn't make it better.
Slices of grapefruit. We have the lamest YouTube names
We do.
ever. He's not the victim.
But he's a flowery public thing. I mean, she had a lot of space to go take a dump in the back there. We've got nice questions. Okay, pleasant questions. In the black bag, we've got nasty questions.
How would you explain your kinkiest impulse to your grandma without her disowning you if she were alive?
Wow.